Mike here. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection is back, guys, with a special episode. This is I guess you would say it's an unboxing video, so to speak. But I'm already unboxed them. I've already been watching them, for that matter. But good friend on YouTube, great YouTuber. If you haven't checked his channel out, I want you to check it out immediately. Before we even start talking about this, this is a package from Mike from Gray 1951 Media channel. Great channel and everything. We'll talk about what he gave me, which was just a solid, cool thing that was really cool. Plus, I want to just put something with this, with these videos, that kind of goes with it, and I think Mike would like it. But I got it out to watch when I watched these that he sent, and yeah. So good times had by all. So let's get right to this. He sent a letter. Again, this is from Mike, and he said, and then I'm Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, check out my channel and subscribe to it. But anyways, he said, hey Mike, enjoy the movies. I decided to mail them separately so they would be less likely to get damaged. I hope they arrive in good condition. Have a wonderful Christmas and New Year, Mike Wilson, grade 1951. And yeah, this was just right before Christmas. I've been meaning to do this because I opened the package up, and I basically put it in the room to watch and stuff. So I started watching them off and on for weeks, and then I forgot. I was like, oh man, I didn't do a shout out video to Mike, because they came and I got excited and started watching them. So one man's, something he can't use, or one man's garbage, or one man's something is another man's treasure. I don't mean this is garbage, but I was trying to find the right thing. But so he couldn't use it, so he gave it away to someone who could use it and enjoy it, which is me. And I really will treasure these films, these releases, these collections. But it's something I would do too. In fact, I had sent Mike, a huge package of DVDs. I think they were mostly DVDs, maybe a few Blu-rays in there, but I did some upgrades like Martin Scorsese films and got Blu-rays to replace the old crusty DVD, which I'm just joking about. I love DVD, but it made them all Blu-rays so they kind of look better on the shelf. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, he did a video, and he could use a bunch of those, and he got something out of that, which was just going to sit here, gather dust, and not do anybody any good or enjoyment, me or anybody else, because I'm watching the fancy new 4K or Blu-ray. And anyways, back to this. So he had a few Roger Corman. Actually, these are Arrow films. He had a couple of Arrow films that he got years ago. I think these releases are from around 2009, 2010 releases from Arrow. But they were Region B. I think after he got them home, he realized there was a region lock on them. And you had to have a all-region Blu-ray player to play it, because regions are locked, which is ridiculous because it has something to do with sales, I think, by companies. I think they want to have their lumps, Warner Brothers has, region lock stuff, say in North America, which is A, and then the UK and Europe, most of Europe is B, and then you got like C, which is like Australia and stuff like that. But if you get an all-region player, you can just play all of those. You don't have to worry about any of them being locked out and you can't play it. Because if you try to play one, it'll just say this is region locked, and it won't let you go anywhere, not even to the the play screen or anything. It just locks you out. So anyways, always get kind of sidetracked. But anyways, Mike was giving these away. He asked, I think he did a Facebook post, and he was just like, hey, if anybody is interested in these, I'll give them away. I hate to see them just sit there, and I'm like, okay, I'll put my name in there. I didn't know he was gonna pick me, but he picked me, and hey, I enjoy these. So let's look at them, shall we? Stop talking about them. But these are really cool. This is one of the only ones I have of this now. But Arrow did a series of steel books back around 2010, 2009, somewhere in there, and they did a bunch of them. I mean, I think even Eureka Masters of Cinema did some too, and you may have seen them, like Metropolis. I know it was one, and it'll just have the art, but it'll be sideways, like this one. This is Arrow's steelbook release of Roger Corman's The Pit and the Pendulum. Let me put it over here. Pit and Pendulum, but you see the artwork is sideways, and then when you turn it to the back, it's sideways. It's pretty cool, and it's different. I haven't seen anybody else do that. You open it up and you got like a normal Blu-ray stuff. We got a booklet here, we got the disc, and we close it up. But really cool, that artwork. I believe it's some of the original poster art I believe they used, but really cool. I mean, they only did these for some films. They had a run of them, and they did a few of them. But I have this one, The Pit and the Pendulum. I'm not really a steelbook collector, so maybe I'm not really aware of these that much. I mean, these may be like, people may be like, psh, you can find those everywhere, but I don't believe so. I think this one is not one you see every day. So I really appreciate this, Mike. I really do. It's really cool because I love the Roger Corman films of the Edgar Allan Poe, that series. I really love that series. But look, Mike sent some other little extras, little bonus things in here. Now he sent a magazine. It was like a kind of it was a magazine of old monster movies and sci-fi and stuff like that. And I believe I have it where I read things to read it, so I won't grab it. But anyways, I'll try to find it and put a picture of it on there. But I believe it may be like a fanzine. I'm not really sure, Mike. Maybe you could tell me more about that one. But it's really interesting. I'm getting around to looking through it and everything. But he also sent some like pretty cool stickers. Intervision Picture Corp. I've seen that before. What is that? I'm trying to think what that is. But these are some really cool monster cards he sent. This one has Vampirus and Kong. And then on the back, I remember these. And once you get them all, it makes a picture on the back. A black and white picture. So then you got the Golem, which is was a 1920 silent film, which is what it looks like it's from. And then you got Dorian Gray, and this is, I think this was a monster movie show host, maybe. Anyways, some cool stuff, and then he gave me that little poster. I mean, that little magazine. And then the other release that he sent, which is awesome, which this is also the only one that I have. Now, I guess Arrow Films, when they first started, they did their films like this. They did their releases like this, I believe. But this is the only one I have, and I don't really know 100% everything about these slipcases. But the other release, he's a big fan of Barbara Steele, and this is one of her most famous ones. But this is the Arrow slipcase edition of Black Sunday. And you see the case. It's got the blue top. It's got the plastic window. And they did this on a bunch of them. But this is the only one that I have. I have like this with one of these. And I've seen them for years, like online, for people in their videos, showing off their Arrow collections. And I don't know a lot about these slipcases. I mean, if anybody knows about them, let me know. Like, were they pretty standard in the beginning of Arrow? Was it a special run of releases like this? But what's cool about it is you can flip it, and it's got, you got the American artwork, English on here backwards, but then you flip it over. Instead of having what's about the movie, you got the Italian or Spanish. Was that the Italian? Yeah, the Italian release poster of it, which is really gorier and really cooler. But then you get what's on it and everything on the back of the slipcase, which is pretty cool. But a few years later, they released Black Sunday, and that's what I got. And it just has the regular artwork and what's on it on the back in a release with no slipcase on it. And it's basically all the same stuff that's on this release, basically. But this is really cool. And the other little thing that's on here that I always forget about, and I watch, and I really do get this release out and watch it quite a bit, but it's got the I Vampire, was it I Vampire? I guess it's the vampire, which is Italy's first sound horror movie, and it's on there, and it's really, really interesting. It really is. It's really cool, and a lot of times I forget it's on there, and I go to this. But thanks a lot, Mike. This is so cool. Both of these releases, all these little cards and the stickers and stuff are really cool. Appreciate that. I got both of these. Both of these are kind of rare Arrow releases. Well, to me they are, because I don't have an example of either one of these, and they did these briefly. So, but really, that's really cool, Mike. I really appreciate it. I will treasure those. Those are definitely going to be something, because I don't have any other of those, so those are going to be my special ones. Now, the other release I was talking about, watching Barber Still, it's like I can't watch Black Sunday without getting out like this release, which I got a few years ago, but this is the Severin Blu-ray release of Nightmare Castle. It's one of her best ones, and it's also got two bonus features on here: Castle of Blood and Terror Creatures from the Grave. And they all look really good, and they both have quite a bit of little extras for each movie. They got different versions. They've got trailers. I think there's even a little video on here about them and stuff. But really cool stuff. Some early, or actually like mid-60s Italian horror. And then they kind of switch around into Gialli was kind of going in there and stuff. But definitely Gothic Italian horror from the 60s. I'm trying to think when this was. This was like 65. I think that's what it is. Mike, if you're watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. 65. I want to say like 62 or something, but I guess not. But that's around the time of Black Sunday, anyways, of 63. But anyways, this is a great release if you're a fan of Barber Still and Italian horror in general. But if you are, you probably already know about this. But anyways, guys, thank you for whoever's watching. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much for sending me those. My dogs are they're playing and they're growling. So I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Check out his channel, Gray 1951 Media Channel. And then also check out this channel and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. So till next time, I'm Mike. Watch great movies. Stay frosty.